Roll me your insight.
Here comes the 8. Hey, I got an 8.
It wasn't 8. It wasn't 8 by 12 results.
Yeah, technically.
I mean,
So
you can roll
he
one
doesn't
more
know what a
time.
camera is.
You can roll one more time because there's an NPC amongst your crew that also is very intrigued by why.
Can I know what NPC it is? Because I'm curious.
If you roll well enough, sure.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Yes, yes.
It was Eva.
That's not that surprising.
And that's all I tell you in this game. She blinked.
He steals the information.
She blinks a couple of times, and in the expression, it makes her ever so slightly, for how demented she looks and sounds, a bit more normal and human. Call it reminiscence. She was a person at some point. I mean, I guess she still is a person now. Crazy person, but a person. But it does remind you and Eva, as you both share a look, that she wasn't born that way. And there's still some part of her, the original her, that's there. That's what the blinking is. Just an expression. So, you guys are left alone in the room with the captains. The honor guards shuffle out and make sure that the zealot, who would probably slaughter the place, decides not to do that at the very least. I can't say that. I expected much more from a conversation with the Jordan Star. I didn't think she'd be as petty as she was, but at least it's over with now. I know what you caught, Airman, but I have some ideas. War. A holy war. He chuckles. And here I thought I was done hearing that sound.
Preach to the choir, brother. The captain.
He chuckles. There's a dry, fake chuckle, I guess the way to describe it. It's because
humorless.
It's funny. It's a humorless chuckle.
Looks like plans are changing. Because I don't think they're gonna stop just because we got rid of the plague. Means we gotta get everyone out of town as soon as possible.
I think it's a win and move either way. If they want the heretics driven out, we'll help them drive them out with an evacuation. Herman looks at Lois. You do realize the heretics she speaks of are the northern side. I know, Herman. I know. They both stare at each other, having a silent conversation, essentially. He stands a bit more upright once they conclude after a few seconds. He looks to all of you. I suggest all of you make your way to the northern side quickly. That being said, before you head out, make sure you're ready to head out. One of my advisors got here this morning, before you were all summoned to the front gate. I checked in with him. He was relatively well received amongst the guard before we fragmented. He might give you an idea of who to talk to, and more importantly, how you should talk to them.
Understood. I trust you, Captain, as well. See to it that evacuation preparations are made.
Lois just sort of sighs loudly. There's a lot of fucking people to move, anarchist territory to go through. At these numbers, I don't think the anarchists would. You underestimate their stupidity. He's silent at that. Maybe.
They have capability and nothing to lose. What the fuck accents?
You can. I almost said phone in. You can. You could break bread with the old black hats, and maybe they can see you all through. They have an eye for traps. How to avoid them. How to disable them, if need be.
I think it's a starting point. We also have your cleric friend stopping by later today, I believe. Don't know if you'll be around for it, but him and his rangers might be of proper assistance.
That's right.
They could actually find the path out.
What?
Although I think trying to get him to leave the place, she stops. He hasn't exactly found his... She looks to you guys for confirmation. Relic?
Nod.
I wonder if it's worth dying for.
Well, let us hope the cleric is not as zealot as the one we just met.
As well as if it is a holy artifact, it might survive everything.
I don't know.
Or it could be
People died
corrupted or
over less.
collected or destroyed, so...
Transporting this many townsfolk through the forearms to the next town over, as we approach the pitch, will be problematic, like throwing chum into the water. Some of you guys might not know what chum is. I don't know. No matter how landlocked your nation is.
Throwing what into the
water?
Yeah.
You're from the base of a mountain, so you know what bait is, probably, but maybe not chum.
He's definitely the kind of guy that would probably have picked up fishing, you know?
Yeah.
Probably.
Badger definitely knows what chum is because it's like a common threat because you live next to a lake.
Oh, so you got chum.
Yeah. etc., etc., etc. So some of you might know what chum is, some of you might not. But that aside.
People will very likely die.
How many
They
gardens
stay
do you
here.
still have? She's asking Herman. How many gardens do you still got? Not enough. They both sort of go quiet.
All the more reason to make peace with the Valtonians, ain't it?
If they take our people.
Also, if they decide to evacuate in the first place.
Don't see why they
Exactly.
wouldn't.
Let's go find out. We really aren't working with a good amount of time here.
No, we ain't.
No, I think we're literally burning our bridges right now, so...
If there's nothing else, I'm ready to go.
Me too.
Back on the path again. Perfect. Let us be off. Actually, all of you go on ahead. I would like to ask Captain Ironman something. Something one of his scouts saw.
Alright.
Herman, not her.
I think as Hawk gets up and starts to make his way out, he just kind of regards Herman for a second, and he says, "Don't worry, Cat. We'll be quick. In and out in 60 seconds." He gives him a knowing look and walks out.
He doesn't laugh, he scoffs, and then just looks at Fiaz as he approaches.
I think that was almost that was almost finding comedy in the moment. Almost.
He's like stalling. He literally can't laugh.
It's forbidden.
No, like Deadass Stone had like a
Condition.
Yeah, condition. He actually
Wait,
couldn't
what?
laugh. Yeah, like Deadass, he had I call it a physical disability, I'll call it, that he actually couldn't laugh. Except one time, and apparently it was really, really, really painful.
Oh no.
Wow, what a sad existence.
Mm.
Yeah, but you see why he earned his reputation as such a brutal and cold dictator, because he literally
couldn't
he
feel
didn't
joy.
have the ability to. Yeah, he couldn't experience joy like everyone else in the world.
He was built.
His body's like, no, fuck you. Sadness.
Yeah. So there's a fun TIO, a historical fact for you. So, you guys make your way out of the room. Fiaz will catch up to you guys shortly. He's going to ask the captain about, hey, about that scout report on those ash wardens. Hey, I have no... No, it's Fiaz, he's honest. I have a vested interest in talking to those ash wardens. Do you have anything new?
Hey guy, help me.
So Fires will come back pretty fast because the captain does not have any new information.
No. Ah, shit. Okay.
I
You know where they are? No.
So, what do you guys do? Nimble is returning back to site right now. So actually, well, how about this? He finds you guys, and then you guys can figure out what you want to do.
Awesome.
As you guys are walking down the hallways, going past the crowds and crowds of people, Badger, you already know this, but the rest of you that failed last time... Oh, I guess Denver, you also sort of know this. But the rest of you can roll Insight, because Irina's disposition is not changing much, so you guys might catch it this time.
Please.
Yeah, you catch it.
Hey.
So, I'll just say you all catch it. Hawk, you more than just spot it, you sort of see the deep effects of it. On her. She's, having her own visions, we'll say.
Oh no.
She's like halfway to having a panic attack.
Place a comforting hand on her shoulder. Does she seem to react in any way?
She does. She has whatever, picked up Ace and is just like hugging him.
Aww.
Aww.
Yeah, but
He's
it's
okay
designated
with
therapy dog.
Ace is okay with this. It means he doesn't have to walk.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You put a hand on her and she does like flinch, but it's not a massive startle. Not Badger, not like the one she did to you earlier.
Racist.
So that's actually therapy dog. Calm down. Hi.
Not that deep.
That went not great.
Well, could have gone a lot worse.
Thank you guys for defending me. I know she probably is just saying what a lot of people think.
The thoughts of a crazy person. That's all it is.
You have an insight of 24. She definitely is thinking, no, not just crazy people. No.
So, adding on to that, anyone who knows you, really knows you, the real you, they wouldn't spout a single word of what she was saying.
It's just
We're gonna...
hard to help people that don't want my help.
I hear you.
When are we leaving, by the way? I keep feeling urges. She looks in the direction of an injured person. This person has like a fresh gash across their upper arm. It's a guard that just got in an altercation with a shambler. The blood is flowing from him.
Turn her back towards me.
Yeah, just body blocking completely.
Yep. But you body block. You turn her head with your hand. Whatever.
We're leaving soon.
Okay.
North. We're gonna get these peace talks underway and we're gonna evacuate. We're gonna save a lot of lives and you're gonna help us, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. She nods.
I'm gonna get you far away from here, far away from the plague, and then the zealots can burn this whole place to the ground for all I care. And all the plague with it.
Okay. She nods once, but then it picks up speed and she continues nodding. Okay. You're still holding on to her. Moments pass. Tender moments until rudely interrupted by Mina. Oi! You guys gonna be standing there all day or we gonna actually start walking around, huh?
Yeah, we should get going. He's none too pleased. This I know an Asengari.
So, you guys continue your walk until a runner finds you. You think it's a guard runner, but then you look at it and it's not a guard at all. It's Nimble.
But you look at it.
Your focus, focuses. Let's see, where's Nimble's token? He does have a sheet, so. Yeah. Nimble. a dry throat right now. Don't know why. So, Nimble finds you guys. Calls out to you. Hey! I was running around trying to find you guys. Sorry, out of breath.
Give him my water skin. Here, drain that.
Thanks. It's quite alright, Nimble. We've had a busy morning. Not to cut on pleasantries, but... No, it's alright. He gives it back. Pulls the mask back up. Make contact. He looks around, sees that you guys are basically in a crowded hallway, but decides... It doesn't fucking matter!
It doesn't fucking matter!
He's not talking about any confidential information. I found a way north, and I think I got a pretty good deal for you guys. How much it be costing, bruv? The favorite amount of everyone. Free.
Raise an eyebrow at him.
What?
Sounds
How?
true.
Nothing's
Okay.
free.
Oh, I might have. He just thinks for a moment. It's quite alright, Nimble. Thou can speak truly. He looks around and does whispering at you guys. I might have told them that if you guys didn't make it through, every guard, north and south, would hunt them down. Because and that was a bit of a... That was a half a bold-faced lie, because you guys have this side, but not the northern side yet. No, but... You guys will get there, right?
Yeah, sure.
Right, we'll just need to keep that in mind if we talk to him.
I didn't
Oh.
realize thou had such a skill for bluffing. It's not something I'm fond of. Bluffs normally bite you in the ass, but if you guys
Well,
are as good as you say you are, then it won't be a bluff, right?
Exactly.
And if we fail, then they have much worse things to worry about, so it's fine.
That's in my reasoning.
Right. Well, we need to get on the way in quick. One of Herman's boys stopped in. Might have some info for. Is that what it was?
Advisor.
Advisor.
Yeah, because what essentially happened is Herman didn't show up with his entire force in one wave. They went in groups. So Herman came with the foremost group, and then other groups trot after. His advisor was the one for today.
Right. And they have some intel for us. Is that what
Correct.
Herman's saying? Okay. We'll speak with them, and then. Are you coming with us?
Sure. You guys don't mind.
Not at all.
I just really don't want to chase you guys down again.
Of course. Get your own supplies.
He just sort of gestures at. It's not a backpack. It's more akin to like a what are they called? Like a not a courier bag, because that's like a side.
Satchel?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a. If any of you played Assassin's Creed, it's a shit. Fucking Desmond had on his back. It's like a backpack, but it's like a triangular shoulder to shoulder, like a bandolier style backpack. I don't know what it's called.
Never heard of those.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna look it up.
Bottom, but I
It's like
can't remember what they're called.
So, oh, there it is. Something like this. I've had a picture. Something like that. I have no clue what this is called. Like a sling backpack. That's what it says here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, one of them.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called. But we all know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he has that. So he definitely travels lightweight.
Of course.
Good. Then we don't have to provide for you. One I already have. I'll take my empty water skin back.
I can scrounge if it's out in the field. Don't worry. And if we were going to the northern side, I got some coin to spend. Hopefully the prices aren't gouging out there. He thinks about it for a moment. They're probably gouging out there.
Probably better
If-
shot there.
If you guys have any spare coin stashed around, I pick it up before you head north. You might need it to grease some palms.
Not.
Mhm.
Right then. Get ready to move out. We're gonna go talk to
Right behind
this
you.
advisor. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. That's right. Yeah, don't want to have to go looking for you.
Yeah, imagine like I don't know. It depends on your education and where you went to school. But imagine someone told you like, yeah, where you can find me. Oh yeah, where at? Oh, just at the university. For me, if I told someone at my university, you could walk around the entire fucking campus for 3 hours before finding that person if they were staying still.
Yep.
Right. So it's like, yeah, he doesn't want to do that again. He doesn't want to do that again. So you guys begin following some of the honor guard, or asking the honor guard, like, "Hey, this is what Herman told us." They point you the right way, and you guys end up going towards the supply area in the back, sort of where the training range is. To Badger, you see the quartermaster. He is not. Actually, wait, I rolled it. Wait, what I rolled there?
17, I believe.
Yeah, it was a 17. Damn, he has not yet finished. He has not yet finished the shotgun. Yeah, he is currently in the middle of doing his day job as opposed to his hobby job for you. But he does give you like a knowing, like, sup nod, like, "Yo."
I'm gonna give him one bag.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He's in the middle of double checking some gear for the new arrivals, some of Herman's honor guardsmen. As you guys are looking around, trying to move them over here, looking around, following the directions of the honor guard. Hey, what's Gaspard's advisor? You actually hear the advisor before I guess you see him. You guys hear a Eulonian accent, which definitely catches Caradoc. I'm just gonna assume that because Fred's not here, and Eva a bit off guard, mostly because Eulonians. It's how do I say this? They are likely to be around in Velcaster, but they're not likely to be on the southern side of Velcaster. They are probably on the more orderly side. And I don't know. We can just. This is one of those times where I'll authorize it. He looks like this. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. So, Gaspard, you are in the middle of basically giving some general instructions on, I guess you call it the culture of the neighborhood. You know, these are certain high strategic spots to look out for. These are shops that these are where certain shops were before the quarantine hit. Might be a place to hide out, grab supplies, that sort of stuff. It's not looting because technically the idea of property ownership doesn't exist in a in a civil war. And also, it's eminent domain. The guard can seize as they see fit, like, you know, commentary. So, yeah.
He does say that almost verbatim. Like, don't worry, it's not a crime. It is eminent domain. See?
The two guards, man. Gaspard's talking to you. Look at each other. Whatever helps you sleep at night, Gaspard.
We're allowed to do this.
Sure.
And it's for the good of all, so it's morally right.
Right. It looks like you got some company, Gaspard.
What's this about being morally rat?
The two of them be walking away, chuckling themselves.
He turns towards this very motley crew. He wasn't briefed on.
You would have had an idea of who they were because they earned Herman's position out here, right? So you probably would have been generally briefed on them. To those of you that don't know, this is Alex's character who played during the one shot.
Yep.
The Plague Omen one shot.
I'm not switching characters
yet.
Yet.
Oh, that'd be so funny. Anyways. Hawk chases the crazy girl. Anyways. So, yeah, just, Gaspard, you see this motley crew assembled in front of you. You've gotten some intel as to who they were, but more importantly, what they did that earned Captain Herman's intrigue, at the very least. Enough so that Lois put in the recommendation for him to meet them.
Mm-hmm. So this young man, probably barely above 18, turns towards you guys, and you see the perplexion on his face before a look of understanding washes over him as he looks at you guys as more than the sum of your parts, right? And sees the group before him, and like, oh, you're these freelancers that have been helping down here.
That we are. You guys all startle at Fias having rejoined our company.
I feel as though this is the time where Jin is starting to get like used to being startled by Fias. Like, this is about average.
Yeah. You hear Fias' voice and all this. It's an inverse of an alarm in your head. It's like a safe in your head. In your head.
This gentleman double takes at Fias and says, "Were you standing there the whole time?"
No, I just got here.
He does that.
Do not worry, do not worry, guardsman. Your eyes are still true.
I would hate to be lacking in my vigilance now more than ever. I am. Does he have like a title? It's just guardsman, right?
Yeah, there's the captain, the sergeant, and everyone else. Oh, I guess quartermaster and stuff, but that is
My name is Gaspard of Ulinia, sometimes called Gaspard the Guard. It is a bit of a funny nickname. But yes, you are, as I have heard, going north, correct?
correct.
I suppose you would like to know of any findings me and my men have, let's say my comrades have seen on the way back.
Captain Herman said that you might be someone that would, what was it? That would know who to talk to.
And how to talk to him.
She snaps her fingers. That.
I did spend. Would he have left before or after Herman? I assume after.
After. Herman was like the trailblazer.
I was certainly up there for more time than the good captain was, and certainly more talkative. Not that there's anything wrong with the good captain's penchant for silence. Is to be commended, in fact. Regardless, yes, I did speak to many of the captains and their subordinates up there. Now, question is, who's who to talk to?
So, well, let's talk about that out again. I had you do some rolls yesterday.
Yes.
You got an unnatural 20 on the persuasion, which you added +5 to for a nice smooth 25.
Mhm.
And then a natural 20 on your insight, which also netted you a nice smooth 25.
Damn.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
He spent all of his good luck yesterday. That's why all the insight rolls are bad today. So, I will give you, guys, 3 and 3 apiece. Or not apiece, per roll. 3 for the persuasion, 3 for the insight. The persuasion piece will be, I guess you say, what is your best avenue of negotiation and approach? You guys can ask about any of the guard captains. The insight will tell you, I will give you some details on a guard's capitan. Not their whole life story, don't worry. But I will give you guys probably some keynotes.
Right.
You guys tell me which 3 for each. Or you could double down. It doesn't have to be 3 separate ones. You guys could, in theory, just dump all 3 onto the same one and be like, I love this captain.
This one individual.
I love this Captain Crash. Tell me all about that.
Do we have a list of their names somewhere? I definitely do.
I have one. I'm opening it for you.
Yeah.
Maybe I can screenshot it.
I believe the 3 best ones, according to Captain Herman, were Kenthris, the one who's a commander's son.
Right.
And then, not Julio.
I'm just gonna grab a snippet from my notes.
Julio's the bad one. We don't want to talk about Julio.
This is the older guards, including the renegade ones. So just
Not Julio. Fuck Julio.
Always hate Julio.
There's Commander Caleb Maddock, Captain Kenthris on Diff, Captain Julio Fronetti. You guys already know Herman and Lois. Captain Keenan, no last name, and of course Captain Cecil Maddock, son of Caleb Maddock.
Okay.
Right.
Kenthris and Cecil, and then the other one?
And Keenan, yeah. So
Are you guys sure you guys don't want to know about Freddy? He's pretty cool. No,
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure, dude.
You guys can also pick the commander himself. That is also on the table.
Ooh, for the persuasion as well.
Either one.
Oh.
See now you're wondering. You have three cards to play a piece for persuasion insight. Now you gotta think about who you want to call it in on.
What did Herman say about Keenan? Because I forget.
He's a no-nonsense guy, and he doesn't think that the renegades are validated in their traitor activity, because Keenan has lived through, experienced way worse situations in this town in a plague. So he thinks they're, I don't know, dramatic.
Right.
They're just being dramatic, alright? It's fine.
He is very experienced, and if this town goes to shit, this would be the second town that went to shit that he was in.
I feel like he's the problem.
He has a curse about him. What can I say? He's Irish.
Are all these captains would be considered subordinates to Commander Caleb?
Correct. I will give you a free thing. Commander Caleb is he's in control of martial law in the north, but he's subordinate to the Venturi League as the new owners of the place.
Right.
Maybe subordinate's not the best term. They probably have influence over him, but at the end of the day, he could just be like, fuck you. Points gun at you. So, that is another faction to consider, the Venturi League itself.
So my... And what are the insight rolls for?
So the persuasion is I would give you negotiation pieces. Insights would just give you traits about them. Not necessarily related to negotiation, but just some history about them and so on.
So I propose we do the persuasion rolls for Kenthris and then the 2 Maddox, because I feel like it would be presumptuous to think that we can just get an audience with the commander, right? But if we had his son, not
We
in our
have a much
pocket,
higher.
favorable
Yeah.
of us, yeah. And then for insight, probably Kenthris, maybe Cecil, and then Keaton. Then hard ignore on Julio.
Yep. Fuck Julio.
Poor Julio, dude. He's trying his best, but it's not good enough.
It's never good enough. It's Julio.
He just tries to enter the scene. We just gang up on him like we did the bugbear.
Push him out. Just push him out. Like, no, you go to that room.
Like a shepherd's crook comes in from
Off stage.
left. Yeah, pulls him.
Tempting. He buries himself in the ground like a ferret.
Oh.
Any
Ferret.
naysayers on those allocations? Any alternate plans, picks, decisions?
No, I trust.
Yep.
And also, I
Yeah, I
feel
think
kind of
we're good.
lost, but that's just a me thing.
Okay. So your 3 picks for persuasion were the commander himself, Kenthris, and the younger
Cecil.
Maddox.
Yes.
Okay. I'll say the commander for last, because he's definitely the more difficult one.
Right.
Captain Kenthris is open to negotiations as long as there is fact base backing it. She is a logical and rational person. Some might say that makes her cold. They might be right, depending on the situation. She has a heart, which is why she's in the job. But she is not letting her heart sway what needs to be done, which is why she's very, very good as a pick for the cleansers. She knows you're sick. She knows you want to live. So do people behind the wall. She can't fix you. She can save them. So she is able to steal her heart to use Kratos' words. So if you guys want to negotiate Kenthris, you better have some evidence backing your negotiation pieces. Because she's not going to be touchy-feely, I believe in you sort of person. She's like, evidence, truth, fact check, proof or it didn't happen. Yeah. Captain Cecil will be a bit more, this is weird to say, malleable. He is pretty green. He will likely be as easy to negotiate with if you guys can rally him emotionally or prove to him what you're doing is right or backed. He is malleable. Or you might just say that he's open-minded. He doesn't have the bias of experience. Commander Caleb is going to be your hardest one. Because negotiating with Commander Caleb will not be negotiating with him solely. You'll be negotiating with him, his agenda, and any agendas that are correlated to his. He is looking long-term. That includes the Venturi League's agenda. That includes the future of this town. He has to be the guy who has the strongest will to make the final cuts, so to speak. That might mean sacrificing his own guardsmen. But in the grand scheme of things, in the long run, it might be what's needed. So, negotiating with him, you guys will have to think long-term. Because he will be.
Sacrificing his guardsmen, sacrificing his son?
Did you pick him for your inside target?
I
I think you guys wanted to go Kent
versus Keenan and Cecil. That's right.
That would be not a negotiation piece. So,
Mhm.
if you guys want to pick him as an inside target, I can tell you, but it's your call.
I think with the